Keith Schilling, Sherdog.com. I'm here with Patrick Mix before his big showdown against Isaiah Chapman at Bellator 232 at the Mohegan Sun Casino on Saturday night. Patrick, how you doing, man?
I feel great, man. Easy weight cut. You know, I have a few more pounds to get off. And, I'm feeling great, man. I'm ready to go for Saturday night.
Before I talk about your fight, I gotta rewind a little bit. Madison Square Garden, you go against Ricky Bandejas, huge weekend. I mean, there's a lot of stars out there, but you were the guys whose stock must have rose higher than anybody. I mean, you took him out in just over a minute against the guys. I mean, he beat James Gallagher. Arguably, a lot of people believed he beat Juan Archuleta.
Then he knocked out his last opponent.
Yeah, and you took him out. Yeah, and you just won again since you lost. Could it have been any better for you to get a quick submission in Madison Square Garden?
No, man, it went well. It went great, you know, just as planned. You know, I knew if I got my hands around his body, I knew what I was capable of doing, and that's exactly what I did. I've done this 22 times, like I said, 22-0 with 16 finishes among amateur and pro. So, you know, the eyes weren't on me, but that night they were. And, you know, the fastest finish on the card, you know what I mean? You know, I think that warrants a bonus, but, you know, Saturday night, I'm planning on having a repeat, man, showing my star power, showing the skill that I have, and since that fight, it's only motivated me to get better.
I know you're from the Buffalo area. I know you trained with Jack Swink over there in Arizona, but when you were, wrestling in the Buffalo, New York, it's a very good wrestling scene. Did you think about, competing, fighting in MMA in Madison Square Garden? And if you did, is that like a dream come true?
Yeah, I never thought about fighting at Madison Square Garden. You know, I always thought about fighting, in the top promotions professionally. But, Madison Square Garden presented itself perfectly. Right as I signed with Bellator, they popped out with that show and they put me on. I was supposed to be on the prelims. They upgraded us to the main card, and more eyes were on me, and it was a dream come true, And I knew walking into that arena, I was going to take full advantage of this dream, full advantage of the opportunity. I'm a kid that comes from nothing, and you give me something, man. I'll make the most out of it.
You were undefeated as an amateur. So far, you're undefeated as a pro. You're a guy. I wrote an article saying this is one of the best guys. He needs to be signed. It was a long time since you signed. Did you ever start thinking that you weren't going to get the call up to a big league? Or did that ever cross your mind?
Nah, man. You look at the guys I've beaten. Tony Gravely, he's in the UFC. Andre Ewell, he beat Renan Brow in the UFC. Ricky Bandejas, a top Bellator contender. I beat these guys. If you add up the times, all in under one round. If you add up all of them. So I knew I was going to get signed, and I deserved to get signed. So it didn't matter where. But it was going to be in a major promotion, and it was just a matter of time.
Why do you think it took so long?
I was locked into a King of the Cage long-term contract, and they wouldn't let me out, and I got to about 10-0, and then with 10-0 with 7 finishes, 30-22 to 30-24 fights, never lost a round. So once I got done with that contract, I was a free agent, and one of the top-rated free agents at that.
You got the win. You had all the media there asking you questions. You called out James Gallagher. You said you wanted James Gallagher. Bellator, at the time, they gave you Dominic Mazzotti instead. And obviously, that's been changed now to Isaiah Chapman.
Yeah, I mean, look at James Gallagher. His guy pulls out 9 days out. They give him a guy on the main event with a 3-fight losing streak. My guy pulls out. I'm fighting a stud at that, 15-3, a better guy. They give me a guy with a 3-fight winning streak. They're trying to push him. They don't need to push me, man. I let my fighting do the talking, and I don't need to talk much because I have the record and the credentials as such. James Gallagher, I thought it sounded good at the time because there was a big event in Ireland, but he didn't want no part in that, and he don't want no part of me, so I won't be mentioning his name again. I'm chasing the belt, and the belt only, you know what I mean?
So you mentioned James Gallagher, and then you got Dominic Mazzotti. Mazzotti is a kind of karate style, point kind of style, Machida type of fighter. Switched to Chapman. He comes out fire, very fast, quick. He likes to wrestle. He's got a judo background, this and that. How hard was it to change from Mazzotti to Chapman, or do you not even think about something like that?
I think they have similarities in their style. They like to do those front kicks, spin back kicks. They both like to wrestle. They both like to be on top, and they both can submit. So they both have good guillotines. I don't think it's really a different change in style. I think they're the same height, and I think they might even both switch stances a lot. So it didn't really matter to me. It just mattered about me being on this card, man. We went through a list of names, and I would have fought any one of them. So it didn't matter who it was. They got Chapman, and he only had 9 days to prepare for me, and 9 days to prepare for me. My style is just not enough time. I plan on going out there, putting it on him, and finishing it.
Obviously, you're first win in Bellator, you wowed the entire crowd, got a submission. Is there any way possible that you can actually top that against Chapman? And how can you?
I fought Keith Richardson last year and I hit him with a slew stretch. It's only been hit 3 times in MMA. Ricky Bantamweight, he bent over when I had him in a body lock, a figure 4, and I could have reached down and grabbed his ankle and I would be a bigger star than I am now. So I definitely have more tricks. I definitely have more things that me and my coach Harry right here have been working on, and you know, I feel like that was a really good fight for me, but it definitely didn't show all my skills, and I plan on showing all my skills with these fights here. You know, I'm signed for 3 more fights, or you know, I'm signed with a multi-fight contract, so you know, this is my second chapter 2 in Bellator, and it's a real stage, you know, so I plan on going out there and really showing.
You mentioned you're chasing the title. Right now, Kyoji Horiguchi is the guy who owns your weight class's title. He fights in Rising, Bellator. It's a little kind of, who knows where it is. Any little frustration in that you don't know when he's going to defend the belt, like if he's going to fight in Japan?
Yeah, we don't know, man. I know he's got to defend the belt once in the year or something, they say. So I don't know who it's going to be. I'm just planning on putting on performances and finishes. You know, if I finish Saturday night, I'm 12-0 with 9 finishes. You know, I could be that next guy. I have the credentials to be that next guy. But who knows, you know, with the star power I do have right now. It is kind of frustrating. At the same time, I'm just trying to make sure I do my end, and if and when he does have to defend that belt, if I do my part, I'll make sure I'm the guy.
Any chance you chase it over to Japan when they have that Japan card and try to get on that?
If it's Horiguchi, man, I'll chase it all the way to Japan, Australia. I don't care where the show is. I'll chase it anywhere.
Are you confident to say that you're the best 135-pounder in Bellator right now?
Yeah, I'm very confident to say that I'm the best 135-pounder in the division right now. I believe in my team. I believe in my ability. And if you give me the proper time to get ready for any one of these contenders, I feel I can beat them.
How about the whole world? Do you think you're the best in the world right now?
Maybe not the best in the world. I see other guys out there that, you know, and other promotions are sleeping. You know, whether it's UFC 1, Brave. You know, there's a lot of other top contenders, and I haven't really had my eyes on anybody besides the Bellator bantamweight division. So it's hard to say, but I know I train with the best fighters in the world. I know I train with Dodson, who's one of the best in the world. I know I train with you know, the multitude of guys from 135 to 155. There's a bunch of guys, and you know, I feel like I match up with anybody in the world realistically.
Last time I spoke to you, obviously we were talking about the Ricky Bantamweight fight. You told me before the fight, I want to make it look easy. Obviously, you know, a lot of people are going to doubt that, and you did do it. So what are you going to do with Chapman?
Chapman comes out and he's got heart, man. I just don't think 9 days is enough time to get ready for me. He's got heart, he's durable as hell, and what better guy to take him out than me? So I plan on doing it Saturday night, and we'll see then.
How would it be different if he had a full camp?
If I had a full camp,
if he had a full camp for you?
It wouldn't be any different. It would still be stacked against him, but the odds are just too stacked against him. I've been training in the altitude. I've been training since that Ricky Bantamweight's fight, and I am prepared mentally and physically from the best coaches, the best teammates, and the best people in the world. I haven't taken a step backward. I've only taken 3 steps forward. Now with more money, with more eyes on me, with more attention, notoriety, I'm trying to take my game to the next level, and I plan to do so. Saturday night, it's going to be my night. It's going to be the Petchy Mix show, and they'll all know, everyone in this division, who I am, and if they're watching, you know, they'll see.
You said everyone's going to know who you are. Before your last fight, pretty much only the hardcores know who you are. You had the performance to get Rick Monday out, so all of a sudden everyone's talking. I'm sure your phone was blowing up, interviews, this and that. Everyone's saying, oh, it's amazing talent. Now you get another chance to show it off. What are people going to be saying after your performance this time?
Similar stuff, man, you know. I still feel the same guy, man. I haven't changed one bit. They can all talk. More eyes can be on me, more media, more attention. I do this solely and strictly because I love this game. I'm obsessed with training. You will not see me without a smile in the practice room. I love training more than I love these fights, and that's what makes me me. So I don't care what about the eyes and all that other shit that goes on. I only care about getting better and trying to be the best martial artist, best fighter in the world. And Saturday night's another step towards that. So with Isaiah Chapman, I want to learn more about myself, and I'm going to learn something about myself Saturday night.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, brother.